All right, another question, and I don't know how we are on time. No, we're at 12:30 already. Holy cow. Probably should finish up soon, yeah? All right. But one question I do want to ask, it's funny, I asked a couple of friends what questions would they have for someone
Sure.
running for Congress, and one of my friends who hadn't looked at your website at all, before he asked this, he asked the question, government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Has it vanished? Do we need to bring it back? How? And after he asked it, then I told him, that's all over on your website, that
Yeah.
phrase.
Yeah.
Government of the people, by the people, for the people.
So we're engaged in now a 250-year history of trying to create democracy. We have faltered over and over and discovered our failings over and over again in this quest. Democracy is not something that we ever get our hands on. It is an ideal that we pursue. It is a quest for us as a tradition, as an American tradition. We like to call ourselves, the oldest democratic government. But we have one place to walk, all of us today, and our desire is to do the work to carry this tradition forward and to make it better for the next generation from those that we received it from. A big moment of strife, of course, was the Civil War, when we had to renegotiate by war what we were unable to deal with effectively in the creation of our original plan for governance in the Constitution, even the Declaration of Independence. We can't talk about slavery or enforced human bondage. So we had a war, and we fought it, and we had a president who did his darndest. He wasn't an abolitionist, the guy wasn't, but he did want to hold on to the Union and keep it alive, and he felt like the people who were rebelling were not legitimate, so the war had to be executed. But it was huge. Thousands and hundreds of thousands, 700,000 people died in the course of those years. And so this man who is the president has to try to make sense out of that. And you can see how little by little he was progressing in his thinking. And eventually he had to lay the blame on our history for enforcing bondage. His original idea was, let's just not spread it. Lincoln-Douglas debates, we'll just try to hold it. And as bad as it is, we'll just keep it contained. But now that they were fighting the war, he called it the source of the evil that we had to deal with. And then hoping that we could, once we've executed the war, we could go forward. And so that was what was in his Gettysburg Address, was these people have given their full measure for the sake of carrying that democracy forward. They fought here because we have not been able to solve this issue, and they gave the full measure. So it's now up to us to pick up that struggle and to carry it forward, so that this nation that was an experiment to begin with, a governance of the people, by the people, and for the people, will not perish. And so that's deep within my fiber of what it's about to try to do this today.